Multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Oh, my Lord. Y'all, we got so much to talk about. And y'all, as I am speaking to you live right now, child, listen, I got y'all Beyond the Gates, episode 25 after show, taped it this morning. I just got to tell y'all something. It's got the energy of it's 901. You saw the thumbnail, and damn it, you know why you hear type energy, why I used to do Love and Marriage Huntsville content. I promise you, we have had many reviews. I know this show has not been on for that long. But believe you me, you are going, and I literally put this in the description box of the video, you are going to need a Moscow Mule with gin and tequila after this after show is over with. Because my Lord Jesus, it's got the energy, child. It's got the energy. So I am getting that together for you all as we are live right now. But with that being said, everybody, welcome in and glad to have all of you here. We do have a lot to discuss this morning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this morning. TikTok, it may be facing a ban again. As you guys know, there was an extension courtesy of President 47, but there were companies that could have been in trouble if those companies assisted in breaking the law for TikTok to stay on the platform. And there may be a deal happening at the White House about TikTok. But if not, on April 5th, will be a ban on TikTok. We'll talk about that. There's a new king of all media, YouTube, and they are worth a lot of money. How much? Wait till I tell you. Oh my Lord Jesus. Y'all are going to be like, Braylon, I know you're lying. I know that's what y'all going to do. Y'all going to be like, Braylon, I know you're doing the most. Braylon, come on now. Like, okay, YouTube is big, but that big? Yeah, that big for sure. Let me do this premiere here. I'm going to set it for, let's try 2 o'clock. Hopefully by that time it will do what it needs to do. The thing about YouTube is it's the loading time based on, the server and everything else. But believe me, it is scheduled now for today at 2 o'clock. So right as the new episode comes on, you guys will get all caught up on the last episode. Wendy Williams, there was a hashtag free Wendy rally. We'll get into that. Marvin Sapp, there is a development after the close the door scandal that happened. We'll get into that as well. There's something going on with Zeus, and somebody is not happy with Lemon Pepper Lunel Plummer. We'll talk about that. Nintendo, you have forsaken me. And I am ashamed and beside myself and disgusted with y'all behavior. I still love you, Nintendo, but we're going to talk about the release date for the Nintendo Switch. It has been announced. I'll have my thoughts on it for sure. Then we're going to talk about Wicked, because the first peek of trailer look, not the trailer. We don't even have the teaser, let alone the trailer. But the first look at the movie poster for Wicked for Good, we'll talk about that. And then finally, Universal Epic Universe. See the commercial every time at the beginning and the end of our show here. There's a big announcement, and you could experience Chronos. How? Of course, you don't have the intel for you. With that being said, higher is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take out this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, and 2 things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. What a way to
have an early show exclusive yet.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is Julie Chimovez. It is a new morning, my friend. And to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez, you are right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you live this morning. So let's get to the getting and doing what we do. We're going to kick it off with TikTok this morning, everybody. Yes, TikTok is on our destination roadmap this morning. Here we go from the Associated Press as it loads up here. Okay, there we go. Awesome sauce. Wait. Okay, here we go. Skadoosh. Right here. Here we go. 47 to hold a meeting on possible investors to buy TikTok with possible ban at stake. This comes to us from the Associated Press here. From Los Angeles, California, President 47 will hold a Wednesday meeting today with aides about possible investors who could buy a stake in TikTok, a deal that could potentially stop the social media site from being banned in the United States. The details of the meeting were confirmed by a person familiar with the situation who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal deliberations. There has been uncertainty about the popular video app after the law took effect on January 19th, requiring its China-based parent ByteDance to divest its ownership because of national security concerns. After taking office, 47 gave TikTok a 75-day reprieve by signing executive order that delayed until April 5th the enforcement of the law requiring a sale or effectively imposing a ban. Among possible investors are the software company Oracle and the investment firm Blackstone. So Blackstone is a venture capital group, and then Oracle, they are a technology firm, and the president of Oracle just happens to be friends with President 47. Yes, indeed. Likely to attend the Oval Office meeting with 47 on Wednesday are Vice President J.D. Vance, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, White House National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. You mean the Director of National Intelligence that she said that nothing private was leaked out in a sit group chat, but then it was private information? She looked like a dumbass on her face in front of the world. You mean that Tulsi Gabbard? Okay, child. It's the Director of National Intelligence hypocrisy for me. But anyway, CBS News was the first reported on the meeting. Talking to reporters Sunday while on Air Force One, 47 said he would like to see TikTok remain alive. He previously indicated that he might consider reducing tariffs against China if the country approves the sale. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Okay, so, wow. So basically, do something for me, I'll do something for you. So everybody has to acquiesce to 47 in order for the world to be okay. During his first term, 47 tried to ban TikTok on national security grounds, which was halted by the courts before his administration negotiated to sell a platform that eventually failed to materialize. He changed his position on the popular app during last year's presidential election and has credited the platform with helping him win more young voters. I won the young vote by 36 points. Republicans generally don't do very well with the young vote, he said Sunday. I think a lot of it could have been TikTok. And Elon Musk. 47 has said that the deadline on a TikTok deal could be extended further if needed. It's April 5th. How much longer is this going to take? Are y'all going to make the deal on December 31st? Oh, you know what? How about this? The C-SPAN New Year's Eve special. TikTok steak. You start the show at 8/7 Central on C-SPAN, and you guys got all the way up to midnight to make a deal. If not, TikTok is banned. Oh, that'll be a fun live broadcasting event, rather. The hell? He previously proposed terms in which the U.S. will have a 50% stake in a joint venture. The administration has provided details on what that type of deal would entail. Rather, TikTok and ByteDance have not publicly commented on the talks. It's also unclear if ByteDance has changed its position on selling TikTok. It said early last year that it's not planned to. What will happen on April 5th? If TikTok is not sold to an approved buyer by April 5th, the original law that bans it nationwide will once again go into effect. However, the deadline for the executive order doesn't appear to be set in stone. The president has reiterated it can be extended further if needed. Is there not a limit on how many executive orders a president can do? Because, like, you did this first extension to April 5th. Now, so it was January, February, March, April. So 4 months. So if we look at from a 4 month point of view, rather, April, May, June, July. So it's going to be another ban to July, potentially. 47's order came a few days after the Supreme Court unanimously upheld a federal law that required ByteDance to divest or be banned in January. The day after the ruling, TikTok went dark for U.S. users and came back online after 47 vowed to install the ban. The decision to keep TikTok alive, through an executive order has received some scrutiny, but has not faced a legal challenge in court. Who wants to buy TikTok? Although it's unclear if ByteDance plans to sell TikTok, several potential bidders have come forward in the past few months. Aides for Vice President J.D. Vance was tapped to oversee a potential deal. Have reached out to some parties such as artificial intelligence startup Perplexity AI to get additional details about their bids. According to a person familiar with the matter, in January, Perplexity AI presented ByteDance with a merger proposal that will combine Perplexity's business with TikTok's U.S. operation. Other potential bidders include a consortium organized by billionaire businessman Frank McCourt, which recently recruited Reddit co-founder Alex Alhan as a strategic advisor. That is the husband to Serena Williams. Investors in the consortium said that they've offered ByteDance $20 billion in cash for TikTok's U.S. platform, and if successful, they plan to redesign the popular app with blockchain technology. They say will provide users with more control over their online data. Jesse Tinsley, the founder of the payroll firm Employer.com, says he too has organized a consortium, which includes the CEO of the video game platform Roblox, and has offered ByteDance more than $30 billion for TikTok. So just $10 more billion there. 47 said in January that Microsoft was also eyeing the popular app. Other interested parties include 47's former secretary Steve Mnuchin and Rumble, the popular video site with some conservatives and far-right groups. In a post on Twitter last March, Rumble said it was ready to join a consortium of parties interested in purchasing TikTok and serving as a tech partner for the company. Borak report from Washington. So Josh Borak and Sarah Palmini, thank you both so much. So what do I think about the story about TikTok could be banned again? Like I said, I'm not surprised by it. I'm really, really not. I want to be able to go to my man Evan Shapiro here because, we did this before, talking about the media map of the industry at large. Let me pull that up here because I want to make sure that we media universe. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Let me star that so I can have that anytime I please. So as the map begins to load here, like I said, this is the map I go to when I am trying to decipher what the possibility of media could be. So here is Evan Shapiro's media universe mind map. Now, I have said personally, now I think out of all these companies, I think Disney will probably buy it. And like I said, I'll tell you why. Because for one, they have Marvel, they have Lucasfilm, which is Star Wars and Pixar. That content is already trending on TikTok. You have content from Hulu, ESPN, The World of Sports, ABC content, ABC News, ESPN, Disney Channel, Freeform, FX, Nat Geo, Disney Plus, also A&E, and those networks of Lifetime Movie Network, FYI. And let me bring up right here. Like I said, if you understand the moves that are being made around you, you'll understand the moves. If you understand the moves being made around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. So here it is here from, sorry, my Lord Jesus. But y'all can tell I'm still waking up this morning. But good morning to all of you. Hopefully all is well. Right here from what's on Disney Plus, Disney executives considering adding user-generated content to Disney Plus. This is causing much dismay among executives at studios like Disney, with different strategies coming into play. Some are ignoring the situation, while Disney is trying to engage with younger audiences by making many of its shows from Disney Junior and Disney Channel available on YouTube. Oh my God, child. Sorry, y'all. Generally, Disney still treats YouTube as a promotional platform with trailers, clips, featurettes, and interviews, but it has tried making more expensive shows specifically for YouTube, like Star Wars Jedi Challenge, and for a while there was a number of exclusive Disney Plus themed shows released weekly on YouTube. However, due to the cost, these have all been canceled. But that's not all. According to CNBC, Disney executives regularly discuss YouTube every day as strategic means that have considered adding user-generated content to Disney Plus, though it's not on the immediate roadmap, according to people familiar with the matter who asked not to be named because the discussions are private. So, if Disney bought TikTok, there's your user-generated content, because you have TikTok Studio, which you can do TikTok Live from your desktop here. And of course, TikTok has been experimenting, as you guys know, because I told you this on Virtual Tour Live through TechCrunch, that TikTok has been experimenting with 60-minute uploads, because there was a show from NBC's Peacock called Killing It with Craig Robinson, and they had to upload 6-10-minute videos, right? So I think Disney will probably be the one to do it. I could also see Netflix getting into also buying TikTok as well. I definitely see Walmart probably getting in the TikTok conversation because of the TikTok Shop and the Magic TikTok Shop, and Walmart being able to combine, and also to imagine TikTok being able to be viewed on your Vizio television. So Walmart owns Vizio now, in case you did not know. I can also see Roku getting into that because, free television is a huge thing. Of course, you got Pluto TV, which is from Paramount. You have Xumo TV, which is from Char Communications and NBC Universal. Disney does not have a free television platform as of yet. They had it through, ABC.com, and Disney was stupid to get rid of the ABC app, because that should have been the app for all digital content. You can keep all your shows on Disney Plus, but make the ABC app your home for exclusive content. I think it was over $5 million or $10 million downloads, but now Disney has gotten rid of that. So now Disney has to figure out how they're going to create a free television platform. Of course, Warner Brothers is going to create WB-TV. No announcement as of that yet. I can also see Samsung, because they have Samsung TV Plus. I think TCL also has a free TV app. LG does too. I don't know about Hisense. Warner Bros. Discovery, child, y'all are in too much debt as it is. Nintendo, they are trying to become an entertainment company, so Nintendo could definitely be a part of it. Of course, as you see here, Microsoft, they have Xbox, they have LinkedIn, they have Minecraft, they have Activision. So I can see, Microsoft being in the conversation, and that was said in the article. Let's see, Apple, I don't know about Apple. I mean, they do have Apple Music. Of course, they have the App Store, which, is the home for new apps being tested before they come to Android. So, having, a social media app a part of Apple, where TikTok is, I think TikTok is mostly a pre-installed app already, but still that could be possible. And it could be a generator for Apple TV Plus as well, because I told y'all they lose $1 billion a year. The cell phone companies are not going to get into it. Verizon had Yahoo for a while and didn't work out. AT&T used to have Warner Media. They did a whole divorce. Now, Google, that's not going to happen because they got YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts was inspired by TikTok right here. Let's see here. Facebook is not going to get into the conversation because they have Instagram Reels. Now, Amazon could also get in the conversation because they have Twitch, which is a live streaming platform. So imagine being able to take your Twitch content and be able to clip it on TikTok. That would be huge. And also Amazon Prime as well. They also have MGM Plus. Then they have Audible, Wondery, so they could do 5-minute podcasts as well. Then they have Apple Fire TV as well. The music industry, I don't know about the music industry getting into it. I can see Napster just got bought for $200 million from Infinity Reality, but I don't know if Napster wants to get into that. Spotify could do it. I'm not saying Napster won't get into it, but it's possible. Then you have Vox Media and Penske. Penske Media is Hollywood Reporter, Variety. They also got festivals. They got Big Heart Productions. So that could be something there. I'm trying to think who else could take it here. Lionsgate, they're going through that divorce with Star, so I don't think they're going to want to be a part of it. Although a movie studio buying it wouldn't be out the question. I don't think. Now, Yahoo and AOL, that could be a possibility because AOL is trying to get, back on the radar. Of course, Comcast could be a part of it because you see Peacock, Xumo, like I told y'all. And then, of course, the spinoff, Spinco could be a part of it. So a lot of possibilities here for sure. And like I said, we shall see what happens. But that's my take on that. So if you're ever looking to know what's happening in media, this is the mind map here for the media universe by the Evan Shapiro. So I will drop that in the chat for you all there. But very, very fascinating conversation. For sure. So we'll see if a deal is made for TikTok or the ban will be activated again. And listen, I'm only laughing because of the white audacity, the white hypocrisy, and the white imagination of what's going on here with this. But I also do know that there are a lot of businesses, right, that are on TikTok, and a lot of content creators have made a living off of it. So I'm not laughing at their demise. I'm laughing at the fact that President 47 wanted to ban TikTok and then changed his mind only because he won the election. And now if China, does this for him, then he will owe the tariff. So it's a tit for tat thing. So that's why I'm laughing at it. Because believe me, doing this on any platform, being a content creator is not easy. So there you go. Speaking of social media, there is a new king of all media, everybody. And y'all, when I saw this, I'm like, I know you're lying. From Variety.com, YouTube now worth as much as $550 billion, analysts say. New king of all media. Video platform has substantial runway for further growth per Wall Street firm, 1.5%. Now, we keep up with YouTube around here because we're on YouTube. If you all remember, we talked about how TV viewing of YouTube outbeat desktop viewing and mobile viewing, right? We also talked about how long form content is trending more than short form content. We also talked about that YouTube said at a conference overseas that they will not be doing originals anymore. However, if you are worth $550 billion, $550 billion, you're going to be curious about opening up YouTube studios. You will. Before we get into this article, I want to bring this up here because there's something that you all may not know about YouTube. It's nothing bad, believe me. But we give context, conjecture, and connection over here. So let me do that there. As soon as I find it here. Here it is here. Now, what you guys are about to see is this. This was YouTube Space LA, that picture that you saw right here. So YouTube Space Los Angeles, YouTube Space LA, welcome to your space. Tell your stories and bring them to life. Learn, share, and create. Right here, Backhand Productions provided producing services, creative input, production staff, and crew for the launch event, attended by key YouTube content creators, as well as 500 YouTube executives and staff from around the world. So this is the production company Backhand Productions Incorporated. YouTube Space is a brand new state-of-the-art production facility in Los Angeles, California, for both established and emerging YouTube content creators who are part of the YouTube Partner Program. It is designed specifically for YouTube creators to produce original digital. That's a rhyme, isn't it? Original digital, smiginal, regular, degular, schmegular from Cardi B, of course. Video content from the idea through editing process and uploading it to YouTube. At YouTube Space LA, YouTube creators can learn from industry experts, collaborate with other creators, and have access to the latest production and post-production digital video equipment. Now, we did cover this on Virtual Tour Live before, that there was the YouTube Space in Los Angeles and LA. So let's watch this video here. Let me turn it up. Here we go. So, wanted to just give you that opening there, but as you can see, there's a live stage, so you can build a set. There's a recording studio there. Then that is the lobby of the place there. Let's see here. Andre Black Nerd there. They got cinema stage, motion capture studios, so those 360 slow-mo videos, green screen studios, a lounge up top, rehearsal room, post-production, so you see the edit bays, control room there. That's Angry Orange. To throw that from back in the day. They got a screening room, rooms for you to meet. So this was a thing back in the day. And of course, there's a projector there. That was Good Mythical Morning there. Now, like I said, they no longer have this space open in LA, and they no longer have that space open in New York, but it is very possible that with them being worth $550 billion, that they would come back with YouTube Space, without question. Would not be surprised by it at all. From that space, as you can see here, there was the YouTube Pro series. We'll go to that. I'm gonna play the whole thing. Y'all see what you need to do.
Hello, and welcome to the YouTube Space LA for our 4th installment of the YouTube Pro series. And today we're going to be talking about the art and science of being a showrunner on YouTube. And we're very happy to have us with us today, Benny Fine from the Fine Brothers. He and his brother Rafi are the producers, writers, and directors of the React series, as well as the scripted series My Music. They have been creating online content since 2004. Come on, get a lot for 2004. They've been on long before YouTube was online. I mean, come on, they should be running this place. And we also have with us Tony Valenzuela from Black Box TV, another old timer. He is the #1 most subscribed genre channel on YouTube and is currently in pre-production for his first feature film.
So this was from the YouTube Space in LA. Now, you're probably thinking, Ray, where are you going here? Imagine if they brought back YouTube Space LA and New York and YouTube Space Miami and YouTube Space Texas. Those would be some new locations in YouTube Space Atlanta. And let's just say that from these YouTube spaces is content created through YouTube Studios, and that the content can be sold to Hulu, to Netflix, to Max, to ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CW, the cable channels, and also too, how about YouTube Studios as a channel on YouTube TV? Like I said, if you understand the moves that are being made around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Now listen, like I said, this is just a prediction. That's Braylon prediction put together, but that is what I am thinking. There is no way you're going to be worth $550 billion and you not do a fifth, quarter, or a half of what I'm saying. Ain't no way in your rabbit ass mind that you're not going to at least attempt that. So let's get into this article here. As YouTube marks its 20th anniversary, the Google-owned video giant is the new king of all media, larger and more powerful than any other player in Hollywood, according to an influential Wall Street research firm. What's more, it's in a position to gobble up even more screen time and grow bigger. For the full year 2024, last year, YouTube was already the second largest, $2 billion. According to estimates by Monaf Natherson, principal analyst Michael Natherson. But in 2025, this year that we're in right now, YouTube is poised to take the top spot ahead of Disney, excluding revenue in Disney theme parks and product segment, although that is faltering because of a little tiny thing that they think is little, but it's a big thing, which is this.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey.
So they think at Disney that is small because they believe their 100 years of social capital should be enough to always have financial capital from the consumers. And that's not always true. If you're not giving quality, why should they give their quantity of resources to you as a company? That's neither here nor there. Okay? All right. Let's roll on here. Making it not only the leader in engagement, but in revenue as well, Matheson wrote. Right here. If YouTube were a standalone business, it would be worth $475 billion to $550 billion, or about 30% of Alphabet's current evaluation, the Monaff-Nathanson analysts estimate. That's based on the firm's analysis of enterprise value as a multiple of revenue in 2024 for Netflix, 10.5 times revenue, Meta 8.8 times revenue, Roku 2.4 times revenue, Warner Bros. Discovery 1.4 times revenue, Fox 1.3 times revenue, and Disney 1.3 times revenue. Nathanson also noted that in February 2025, for the second time in the past year, YouTube ranked as the largest aggregate TV content source in the United States, according to Nielsen, based on viewing time, surpassing traditional TV giants like Disney, Fox Corp, Paramount Global, Warner Bros. Discovery, and NBC Universal, as well as subscription streaming leader Netflix. So YouTube is beating Netflix. And Netflix was to upend legacy media. But now it seems like massa is YouTube and the slaves are Netflix, the streaming services, and traditional media. It's an analogy, y'all. Please level with me, be still with me, and go with me here, okay? And if YouTube has even more upside ahead, if it successfully executes on a strategy to become the central aggregator for all things professional video, Nathanson wrote. The Monaff-Nathanson team's analysis indicates that YouTube's engagement on TV remains significantly under monetized relative to its scale, reach, and differentiated offering. So now do you see why I say that YouTube space thing could come back? Do you now see why I say that YouTube Studios could be a real thing? Do you see why I'm saying that YouTube Studios as the channel on YouTube TV could be a thing? Like I said, like this article said rather, and I'm saying it, the Monaff-Nathason's team analysis indicates that YouTube's engagement on TV remains significantly under monetized relative to its scale, reach, and differentiated offering. Now listen, like I said, I could be wrong in everything I'm saying. But also, too, you saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you're here, because I give it to you real. I say the quiet part out loud. I take complicated context and simplify the relatability of how it should matter to you when it comes to media, culture, and human interest stories. That's what I do. With soul, of course. So this is, let's keep rolling here. This is very interesting, rather. YouTube has a substantial runway for further growth, not just in monetization, but also expanding into new business segments, such as becoming the premier streaming aggregator. Nathanson wrote in the March 31st research note. If executed effectively, this could further widen the gap between YouTube and other media players. There is a new version of YouTube Premium called Premium Lite. And they also have YouTube Premium where you don't have to have any ads. And they had YouTube Originals. Now, of course, they say they're not going to get into originals, but if you're worth $550 billion, surely you're going to want to create your own content if you're trying to be the home for all content, right? Give me a moment, y'all. I'm finding something. Now, this is an interesting story. I saw this and didn't know how to bring it into you guys, but we'll talk about it because I think that this has a very significant role to play. Very significant role to play, but we'll discuss that here in just a minute. In 2024, YouTube generated global ad revenue of $36.15 billion, up 15%. For the 12 months that ended September 2024, YouTube subscription revenue topped at $15 billion, according to Google. That was generated by YouTube TV, the biggest internet delivered live TV service in the United States with 8 million plus customers. So for the 12 months that ended September 2024, YouTube subscription revenue topped $15 million. That was generated by YouTube TV, the biggest internet delivered live TV service in the U.S. with 8 million plus customers. I'm going to read that one more time. For the 12 months that ended September 2024, YouTube subscription revenue topped $15 billion, according to Google. That was generated by YouTube TV, the biggest internet delivered live TV service in the U.S. with 8 million plus customers. YouTube, I got a feeling YouTube Studios is coming. Of course, y'all not going to say it out loud, but I see the forest through the trees here. Okay. YouTube Premium, which provides ad-free videos and other perks, and YouTube Music Premium. This month, YouTube announced that it has more than 125 million subscribers for YouTube Music and YouTube Premium services, up from 100 million a year ago. In 2025 and ahead, Marvin Sapp expects YouTube subscription revenue growth to continue to outpace advertising, driven primarily by subscriber additions. YouTube TV will have roughly 10% of the $85 billion paid TV market in the U.S. by the end of 2026. As traditional paid TV distributors continue to collapse, we believe that YouTube TV will emerge as the industry leader, which should help their economics and contract negotiations while creating a pricing opportunity. Nathanson wrote in the note, the analyst recommended that YouTube TV truly created a standard bundle of broadcast, sports, and news networks, coupled with streaming platforms like Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, and Max. Hulu is owned by Disney fully. It was a joint effort between Fox, NBC Universal, and Disney. That was the network's answer to Netflix. Paramount is, of course, owned by Paramount. It used to be Viacom, CBS, Peacock is NBC, and Max is Warner Bros. Discovery. Then Netflix is Netflix. Nathanson estimates that in 2024, YouTube generated $7.8 billion in operating income with operating margin of 14%. This year, the analyst projects operating income to grow to $10.2 billion with 16% margin. By 2027, Marvin Sapp's model indicates YouTube will hit $13.8 billion in 2027 with operating margin expanding to 18%, primarily driven by improved subscription economics. Also in the note, Nathanson suggested that Google should provide greater disclosure on YouTube's economics for investors. Google/Alphabet only periodically. Okay, that was thunder. Periodically announce major milestone in YouTube's revenue and engagement, he pointed out. So like I said, I really do believe that YouTube Studios is on the way. And I want to bring this up from the New York Times. This is going to be a destination for this morning show. Couldn't fit it in because we have bigger destinations. But I think that this could really help out YouTube. From Hollywood, from the section of Hollywood Inc. in the Los Angeles Times, Disney plans to vacate storied Fox lot in Century City by year's end. Let's roll on. Two of entertainment's most famous brands, and 4 comments there. We'll read those 4 comments here in just a minute. Two of entertainment's most famous brands, Fox and Disney, are parting ways in Century City. Walt Disney Company acknowledged Tuesday that it will be vacating the storied Fox studio lot where it has been the primary occupant since Disney bought most of Rupert Murdoch's 21st Century Fox Entertainment assets in 2019. So that's the movie library, the TV library, but they do not own Fox because that would be a monopoly, right? The $71.3 billion deal did not include the studio real estate. However, it featured a provision that Disney will move in as a tenant for at least 7 years. Disney's lease for space on Fox's Pico Boulevard property in Los Angeles expires next month. The company has no plans to renew its release and instead plans to leave by year's end, said Disney insiders who were not authorized to speak publicly. The move puts pressure on Fox Corp to find new tenants for sound stages and office space where movies and TV shows have been made for generations. Famous movies brought to life there include Miracle on 34th Street, The 7-Year Itch, and The Sound of Music. The lot is also home to Fox Sports, the Fox Broadcast Network, and the writers' room for The Simpsons. Fox receives $50 million a year for leasing out the space according to regulatory filings. Disney is the largest tenant, but Fox executives said they are bullish on finding new occupants. The Fox lot is second to none in terms of location, premium production, and post-production facilities available, Fox said Tuesday in a statement. Disney has gradually shed its Fox DNA in the deal. In 2020, Disney retired Fox branding from the logos and assets it required from Fox to minimize confusion with properties that remain a part of the Murdoch empire, including Fox News. Since the acquisition, dozens of TV studio and FX network executives have remained in their long-time offices on the lot, a popular perk for those who live in Los Angeles West Side, allowing them to keep their short commutes. For the past 6 years, Fox's Building 103 on the lot southeast corner has been a Disney outpost, but Disney has spent the last year taking steps to relocate teams to Burbank, where Disney has its own historic studio lot and adjoining complex that houses ABC and Disney Animation. Disney's goal is to bring together a creative hub for its television groups, including executives who remain on the Fox lot, according to knowledgeable people who were not authorized to comment. The company declined on its plans for the Disney-owned television productions that remain on the Fox lot, including 911 and 911 Lone Star, produced by Ryan Murphy, Brad Fallock, and Tim Mariner. Early contours of the Disney Fox transaction, orchestrated by Disney chief executive Bob Iger and Murdoch, has envisioned the Century City compound as one of the assets included in the sale to Disney. But Murdoch's oldest son, LaShawn, who serves as chief executive of Fox, insists the company hold on to the prime real estate where Shirley Temple, Marilyn Monroe, and Mel Brooks once worked. Studio founder William Fox purchased 99 acres of land between Santa Monica Boulevard and Pico Boulevard 101 years ago. Fox, after taking a financial beating on the 1963 film Cleopatra, sold much of its backlot, which now makes a large swath of Century City. LaShawn Murdoch, whose office is in the Art Deco administration building, viewed the Fox lot as a part of his company's beating heart. He's also recognized the value of sound stages and ancillary production facilities, which have been in high demand during the gush of production to support the launch of several streaming services. However, production in Los Angeles has not recovered from the 2023 writers and actor strikes, and many shoots have been lured to other states and countries with generous tax incentives. The shift comes as Fox has been seeking city approval for a $1.5 billion expansion of its Century City location, a project envisioned to add more than 2 million square feet of new building space, including multiple sound stages, new post-production facilities, and a new office building that fronts Avenue of the Stars. As a part of that redevelopment, 4 historic bungalows near the center of the lot are scheduled to move to another location close to Olympic Boulevard. Now, we did cover a studio reviving itself near the Grove. I don't know if it was this one in particular. Actually, let me see something. Back lot, Century City. And believe me, I'm going somewhere with this. No, what's that one? What's that one? Hang on. Let me see something. YouTube. Let's see here. Give me one moment. Because I know I covered it. Backlot. About. Yes. Okay. So this is what it was here. See, there got me still sometimes. So I'll show up with that. I think this was the story. So yes, television. Okay, you know what? That's what it was. Hang on. Let me. Oh, come on now. Let's see. TELEVI. Oh, television city. Aha! Got you right here. I got you. Right here. So we talked about the expansion of Television City. Yes, indeed. Like I said, if you understand the moves that are being made around you, you'll understand the moves being made in front of you. We talked about this here on Virtual Tour Live. I do remember this story. Television City. TELEV Television City. Right here, yep. Bring this up here. Right here from Variety.com, Television City studio owner bets $1 billion on LA production comeback. So this is going to be an expansion of downtown LA. So Television City is poised to expand as well. The LA City Council is expected to give final approval to a $1 billion makeover on January 7th. The project has been in the works for years. Hackman Capital Partners bought Fairfax District lot from CES in 2018 and submitted its application to the city in 2021 when production was a lot healthier. Despite the doom and gloom, but studio facilities are pushing ahead with expansion as construction is underway on a $500 million build at Warner Brothers Ranch, and Comcast is pouring $1 billion into Universal City. We covered that Universal City expansion here on Virtual Tour Live. So right here, Television City is set to grow at least 15 sound stations, including 8 new state-of-the-art spaces. The plan also calls for production offices, retail, and a 15-story office tower. So that was the story there. Snaps to me. Hallelujah to God. And the words of Snoop Dogg. I want to thank me. I know I thanked myself twice, but let me flip the words back. Hallelujah to me. Snaps for me. Working through that, and then I want to thank me. There it is. So yes, indeed. But let me get back to this story here. As a part of that redevelopment, read that there, near the center of the lot are scheduled to move to another location closer to Olympic Boulevard. Disney's departure will not dampen Fox's ambitious plans for its Century City expansion, according to an executive who was not authorized to speak publicly. The Fox project is in the preliminary approval phase with the city. Disney scooped up some available franchises through the Fox acquisition, including Avatar, Alien, and Marvel's X-Men and Deadpool. Disney also gained control of the streaming service Hulu, which maintains its home base in San Marcos, California. Still, some analysts and investors say Disney vastly overpaid for the properties, which put the Burbank entertainment behemoth in a weaker position when the COVID-19 pandemic hit in 2020. That spring, Disney took on additional debt after its theme park shuttered, movie theaters closed, and sports leagues called timeout. Disney has looked to cut costs for the last couple of years. Let's show the comments. Because I'm curious, I want to see what the people are saying. So as the comments load, you're probably wondering, Braylon, where are you getting at? I am glad that you guys are asking that question. So true. I want to pull up the Fox lot. Just want to pull up the Fox lot. Never pulled it up before, but since we are here and we're live on tour, this is and the reason why I say we're live on tour is because we go wherever the destination goes. So if there is a article or something that can help us gain context, conjecture, and clarity, then that's what we do. That's what we do. Okay, so the comments are up here. So let me get these comments up. I'm right here in the Fox Studios. People in Los Angeles are going to save Blue Sky Studios and its whole career by adding new Blue Sky Studios. Mike Crack Robots 2, Metal Clip Quick, Spies in Disguise 2, Super Norm, the Movie 2, and have the real Ice Age 6 with the original cast and original design return for 20th Century Studios. The Murdochs outsmart Iger big time. Disney shouldn't have about the Fox assets without the real estate. Plenty of need for soundstation offices on the west side, so Murdochs get to double dip. Disney should sell the Fox assets most likely after Iger leaves back to Disney, back to Fox Corporate. I mean, the latter's playing a streaming video on demand service and their own consisting of just news and sports. I mean, maybe they can do some entertainment stuff. Yeah, shout out to Phil Abrams. I completely forgot about that. Fox will also be making a free TV service as well, coming up soon. Pocket change for Apple. Consider their new major hub in Culver City under construction. This will be a convenient studio space. Possible, but no. So here is the Fox lot. So that's the Fox lot there, which that's a big lot. Right here, located in the heart of Century City on Los Angeles west side. The Fox lot is home to 15 different sound stages, scenic on lot locations. The 15 plus acre lot contains iconic sites, art murals, and various forms of architecture that exemplifies the studio's roots and history. Whether it's a production on or off the lot, Fox's skilled and professional production services and production services departments provide convenient, reliable, quality service for every production, project, or event. Customer orders can be delivered locally or shipped across the domestic U.S. and post-production services. Combining leading-edge technology with the highest level of expertise with the historic preservation of some of Fox's original statues. Fox post-production services, Texas Rifle Place is one of Hollywood's preferred state-of-the-art post facilities. So right here, with 15 different sound stages ranging in size, convenient on-live production services, various screening rooms, post-production suites, Fox is the ideal studio facility for producing efficient and quality production projects from start to finish. In addition to the on-lot amenities, the Fox backlot features a historic New York Street backdrop, 4 commissary eateries, and various interiors and exteriors for film, ideal for film settings. Let's see here. We're going to go through. So they have this canvas room here. So I guess this is like a green screen rather. On or off lot rentals. So they have gripping, rigging, canvas room, metal shop, advanced and contemporary equipment, production staffing, steel deck staging, maintenance, arm rental, shrink wrap services, gel, expendable sales, canvas, custom fabrication repairs, oversized rats, large capacity washer dryer, raw material sales, metal shop, custom orders, repairs, and Fox Sack, custom truck shelving. It takes you to everything. Okay, so listen. So they have canvas room, costumes and wardrobe, craft services, grip, paint shop, printing services, set lighting, sign shop, staff shop, stages, exterior, studio supply, transportation, production policy. So let's do stages. So they have sound stages from 14,000 square feet to over 28,000 square feet, New York Street production services, food services, and special events, and additional backlot locations. 15 sound stages. Our stage 16 includes a 500,000 gallon tank. As you can see here, stage 5, 28,274 square feet. Same thing for from stage 5 to 8. Same square feet. Stage 9, 18,909 square feet, 16,250 square feet for stage 10. So from here to here for stage 10, I live in the same area. Stage 14, 26,910 square feet. So stage 14, 15, 16. That's the area there. Stage 17 to 19, 14,076 square feet. Excuse me, man. From stage 17 to stage 22, 14,076 square feet. Then you have New York Street. This replica of a typical New York Street offers filmmakers the opportunity to enhance production values in a smaller space, incorporating different locales, varying from San Francisco's Chinatown to urban Los Angeles, and creates a variety of additional shots. Through its use of practical interiors, recognized as the previous home of the award-winning NYPD Blue television series, this multiple storefront can be transformed as the ideal setting for your special event. So here is New York Street right here. Let's go forward. This is Street 2. You got the Royal Diner there. That's kind of breaking the immersion, unless that's a part of it. Let's see here. Street 3 right here. Street 3. Street 2, just there, Street 3. Okay, so this is Street 1. That's 2. That's 3. So I think they got 3 different streets here. But you have that. Additional backlot locations in addition to New York Street, the Fox Lot offers various lot locations including Avenue B, Avenue of the Palms, Commissary, Little Theater, Courtyard, and Movie Town Way. Sorry, the content you before is no longer available. That's all good. And then they have post-production, so ADR, Foley, score, screen room, sound mixing, post specifications. So ADR microphones, Foley is sound effects, scoring, music composition, screening rooms, sound mixing, specifications. Then, of course, food services. That's the most important part there, yes, or one of the most important parts. So food services, we'll look at that. So they have on-lot catering and dining options for a variety of productions and events. They got food truck requests. They got commissary dining room here. Seasonal menu with classic atmosphere of featuring the 1930 mural Jane Gaynor, Warren Baxter, and Will Rogers. Reservations are accepted and recommended, so you can actually dine here. Wow. Then they have the commissary grill located next to the dining room. Offers a variety of options like casual cafeteria style dining environment. Offering breakfast, lunch with a grill, salad bar, sandwich, deli, and coffee cart. The News Cafe, range of options, rotisseries, grill, salad bar, sandwich station, pizza oven, and they also have rotating chef specials and freshly made soups. They also have vegan, vegetarian options, and also houses a coffee cart and dessert station. Moe's Cafe, after the iconic Simpson character. Traditional burger and fried options, cold cut deli sandwiches, daily soup, and entrees, and also they have self yogurt station, breakfast, lunch menus, daily special bar. And then of course, I did not know you could actually do that. If I go out to LA, I might have to actually dine on the Fox lot. That's kind of cool because normally you can't really do that. And then of course they have a Fox store on the lot as well. So you're probably wondering, where am I going with this? And if you know me, you know I connect the dots. Who's to say that YouTube could not be, oh, look who it is. Long time no see, look who it is. My Lord, the world can be spinning mad sometimes. I hope all is well, lady, before sure. Who's to say that YouTube, right, could not be the new tenant on the Fox lot, and that the Fox lot could be the home for YouTube Studios? I'm just saying. And from YouTube Studios, those shows are sold to the streaming services and to the television networks, and also are put on YouTube TV. So I believe the Fox lot could be the home to YouTube. There, I said it. So let me do this here. The Fox Studio lot will be, could be / will be the home of the YouTube Studios in a joint, if I can spell partnership here. Partnership. Braylon Lee, 12:14 p.m. EST, April 2nd, 2025. All right, y'all got it right there. So it is recorded in history. Mark my words, that is a huge possibility right there. So, all right, y'all. More virtual tour live coming up right from the space right here and right now. Let's get to some Wendy Williams, shall we? Because there's a lot going on with Wendy Williams to be had for sure. Let's get it on. It's a course from rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years of being a platform. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. Wendy Williams fans fight for her freedom. The TV personality talk show host fights restrictions amid growing support. Of course, right here, Wendy Williams ways to fans protesting her living facility. Wendy Williams fans are rallying around her amid her fierce battle over her guardianship. The movement has gained significant momentum, or Wendy momentum, to use a pun, on social media platforms with the hashtag Free Wendy spreading rapidly across various online communities. The TV host, who was placed under guardianship in 2022, has been vocal about the restrictions she's faced and has questioned the decision to keep her in a legal situation she believes has lasted too long. Legal experts know that guardianship cases like Williams typically undergo regular review, the duration varying significantly based on individual circumstances. As protests took place outside her assisted living facility in New York and Los Angeles on Tuesday, April 1st, yesterday, Wendy spoke to People magazine, people.com, about her situation, expressing her gratitude for the support from her followers. The demonstrations attracted many supporters, several of whom have followed Williams' career since her radio days. It feels very good to see the support of my fans up close, she said. This marked one of her direct few communications with me since being placed under guardianship. Williams made the comment while waving from her window inside her facility. They have posters and t-shirts. I love nothing better than to stop and pose. Why am I still at ward? It's been too damn long. Her statement reflects growing frustration with a legal arrangement that has restricted her financial and personal autonomy. Wendy added her accommodation in a memory was a hugging dump. Memory care units are specialized living environments designed for individuals with memory impairments, typically offering secured areas and specialized staff training. She also expressed frustration over her confinement, stating, I need you to know everything I do right here from this bedroom, in this bed. This statement highlights the several limitations on her mobility and independence under the current arrangement. The hashtag Free Wendy movement has gained traction since Williams was placed under guardianship, with fans pushing for her release. Advocacy groups focused on guardianship reform also have joined the conversation, citing Williams' case as an example of potential systemic issues. Williams added about her chances of regaining her freedom, it will absolutely 1,000% Wendy happen. 1,000% will happen. I think that's what was supposed to be in this article. When I get out of the situation, I'm staying in New York where I'm comfortable. I don't know, child, because New York has hurt you a lot, and sometimes putting yourself back in that environment can re-trigger that hurt. But hey, to each their own. You have the right to live your life, in the words of Rihanna and T.I. there. I can't wait to fall in love. Her optimism comes despite significant legal hurdles that often accompany attempts to terminate guardianship arrangements. She also slammed the media's narratives about her, saying if anyone is speaking on her behalf, it's stupid bull-ish. This reflects her frustration with unauthorized representatives making statements about her condition or wishes without her consent. Williams has been open about her difficult living conditions. Reports indicate that her current facilities provide specialized care. I think it's called the COAT treatment facility. That is basically a cult defaming, disrespecting, and making disasters out of their patients. And yes, I said that everything's alleged in my opinions for entertainment purposes only. Funded through her estate, which remains under the control of her court-appointed guardian. In February, she revealed she was living in the memory unit a place for individuals with memory loss. Medical professionals know that memory care units typically provide specialized care for conditions like dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and other cognitive impairments. She described it as very suffocating and very lonely. Studies show that feelings of isolation are common among individuals under guardianship, particularly those in residential facilities with limited visitor access. Despite claims from her guardianship that she's cognitively impaired, Williams insists that she is not incapacitated. The legal standard for incapacity varies by jurisdiction, but generally requires evidence that an individual cannot make informed decisions about their health, safety, or finances. She has declared, "I feel fantastic. I am not incapacitated." Her self-assessment contrasts sharply with the legal determination that led to her guardianship, highlighting the complex and often subjective nature of capacity evaluations. The controversy surrounding Williams' guardianship has sparked broader discussions about guardianship reform across the United States. Several states have recently implemented changes to their guardianship laws, requiring more frequent reviews and exploring less restrictive alternatives before imposing full guardianship. Williams, who hosted her Esplanade talk show for over 13 years before health issues forced her departure, built a devoted fan base known as Wendy Watchers. These supports have organized online campaigns, petition drives, and physical demonstrations to advocate for her legal freedom and autonomy. Legal experts familiar with guardianship cases note that determining such arrangements typically require demonstrating a significant change in circumstances or proving that the initial determination was flawed. This process often involves comprehensive medical evaluations, court hearings, and substantial legal resources. Woo! Child, what an oracle. Like I said, I think that the Free Wendy movement is coming to its maximum height. If we're on a roller coaster, I think we are at the highest point of a drop for a couple of corkscrews, and then just a fast track to Wendy being free. At least that's the hope. But of course, what we hope and what is real are two different realms, and sometimes it's confusing to know what's happening in each realm when, quite frankly, you can't find a center in either realm. So here is a video of the Free Wendy rally that happened yesterday in New York City. Extra.
Animated, fully made up, and upbeat.
Well, I'm going to take a picture of that because that means I am on Extra's YouTube channel. Now, guys, of course, I know I'm not on Extra's YouTube channel. But in the same token, oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let me turn the volume up. By the way, shout out to Extra for this tea. Here we go.
Wendy! Animated, fully made up, and upbeat. Wendy watched and waved from her fifth floor room, then called down to Suzanne Bass, the former executive producer of the show.
Here you are. I'm right here. Your girl's right here.
Extra in a cold and windy New York for that highly anticipated call.
Extra's right here. They love you.
How are you doing today?
Wendy even encouraged the protesters to get louder, rallying in front of the assisted living facility where she insists she's being treated like a prisoner.
Free Wendy! Free Wendy!
But she smiled and did a little dance, flashed a heart sign, and held up a Free Wendy t-shirt as supporters demonstrated below against her guardianship.
She sounds fantastic, but she is fighting for her life. This is a woman who wants her freedom. And it's tough in there. It's tough in there when the whole world is going on without her. So, you know, she struggles with that, but she's looking forward to her freedom.
She's clean. She's fine. Just free her. Just let her go. We're in America. Why can't she come downstairs right now?
Today's protest was coast to coast. Fans also demonstrated on Hollywood Boulevard at Wendy's star on the iconic Walk of Fame. Wendy has been under a court-ordered guardianship on the iconic Walk of Fame.
I'm not right there. Listen, right there. Well done to you. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Wendy's been under a court-ordered guardianship since 2022, but she's demanding she be freed.
Wendy, you mean so much to so many people. We're always going to fight for you until you're free.
And how Hollywood is this? There was even a Wendy impersonator there.
I'm embodying her spirit and her boldness and her brightness and her valuableness.
The coast-to-coast protests are reminiscent of another high-profile battle. In 2021, fans took to the streets outside the LA courthouse demanding a judge release Britney Spears from her father, Jamie's conservatorship. Britney won her battle that year and then made these stunning revelations in her book, The Woman in Me.
This will sound crazy, but it's the truth. I thought they were going to try to kill me.
When did you last feel free?
When I got to drive my car.
Wendy echoing those sentiments in her own interview with TMZ.
But I feel like I am in prison. I'm in a luxury prison, but I am in prison.
Wendy supporters rallied after a month-long media blitz from Wendy herself.
How dare they say I have incapacitation?
Yes.
I do not.
Phoning into The View.
I need them to, with my knees, get off my neck.
Delivering good news about her mental capacity tests on Fox 5's Good Day New York.
I danced with flying colors. I want my freedom back. How about that?
And defiantly speaking out to Harvey Levin.
This system has failed from top to bottom regarding this guardian and everybody involved with that.
Today, People magazine reports Wendy originally agreed with the courts that her finances could be controlled by a guardianship, but had no idea her personal liberty could be taken away.
Free Wendy! Free Wendy!
And now it'll be up to a judge to decide what happens to Wendy next.
We hope that she gets her freedom and she can live her life.
As they say, live from coast to coast, everybody, in the words of the great Casey Kasem, who did the American Top 40 countdown there. So, okay, let me do that again and do that again. One more time there and one more time there. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. I will repost that on social media a little bit later. That was on Extra's YouTube channel. So yeah, like I said, prayers up for Wendy Love, and we're pulling for her for sure. All right, y'all, more Brand Virtual Live coming up right from this space right here, right now. For me at takeout.com, Marvin Sapp. You see the headline there from me at takeout.com. It says he got death threats after Close the Doors clip went viral again. Pastor Marvin Sapp is speaking out again. Following his recent viral moment, he says that the clip of him asking church ushers to close the doors, essentially trapping churchgoers inside the building, has led to an influx of violent threats. Marvin Sapp was on the Rick Smiley Morning Show, which I feel like this should have been on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Because Ricky, I don't think he has the capacity, capability, or the comprehension of brains for a brain to handle the weight of a story like this. But hey, that's just my opinion. While dismissing the incident as a misunderstanding, Marvin says he should have been more assertive. He was a little more assertive than I should have been. After asking the ushers to shut the door or close the doors, Marvin demanded that all church attendees give an offering of $20 and church leadership $100 apiece to raise $40,000. Ushers closed the doors. He said several times there's 1,000 of you tonight. It's 1,000 watching online. This is a small seed. Yeah, we're not watching a full hour. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid because I received death threats. He said people have come to campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems, issues, challenges. He says his children are now in fear for his life. I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. They're afraid for my safety. So now we have to update security. He explained in the video. I never said lock the doors. I said shut the doors. He told Ricky Smiley, shut the doors means that people stop the ability to go in and out. They take an issue with my tone. I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more served than I should have been. I apologize for that. Let me see something, because I think I did, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did say, I think I did save the video. Save. Yeah, I did. Okay, hang on. So we're gonna pull up the Shade Room. Shout out to the Shade Room for getting the clips there for us there. So let me pull up Facebook, and we will watch that live. Now, listen, I truly believe while what Marvin Sapp did was wrong, and him using scripture to negate the bullshit that he did, he should not be receiving death threats. His staff should not be in fear of their life, his life, and his kids should not be afraid for their father's life, or potentially their lives. That's just a line too far. So let's listen to this from the Shade Room, courtesy of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Because that was like, I heard about it, but I'm just like, no, ain't no way. But here we go. Here, let me share the staff. Instead, here we go.
People took issue with me saying shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors. Yeah, I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have
close the doors, not shut the doors. But let's roll on.
The ability to go in and out. They've taken issue with my tone, and I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been, and I can apologize for that. I can apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of the budget for their conference, not Marvin Sapp. Number two, it didn't happen in my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number three, people take issue with me. People took issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of the sacredness of the moment. Being firm with the ushers. You want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center. But the doors needed to be closed, and there was a lot of pandemonium stuff that was going on out there. But I wanted to share that first. But that ain't even the reason why I'm here. Here's the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because what has happened is people have taken clickbait and made something out of it that it isn't. And because of that, my church has been getting phone calls. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid because I've received death threats over $20 and shut the door. People have come to our campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems, issues, challenges. And again, my children, I don't look at comments. We talk about this, you want the doors closed. I don't read comments. When you got millions of followers, you ain't got time to be reading all the comments. You just don't have it. Right. My children do. And they are afraid. And the reason being is because I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. They're afraid for my safety. So now we've had to update and increase security and all the things I've never had to do before because of the vitriol and the anger that people have shown, the things that they've said in my thread and stuff. And all of this is because of a misunderstanding. I don't read comments. When you got.
So that was from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Like I said, I don't think his children should be in fear for their father. That's ridiculous. Death threats are not necessary. It's unwarranted, and it's crass to do that. He did what he did, but that does not deserve his life being ended. So that's why I have to say that is non-negotiable. That energy of not wanting death threats, that's non-negotiable. Speaking of things that are non-negotiable for people, let's talk about DeStorm and Zeus right here. From MediaTakeout.com, like I said before, Zeus co-founder Linnell Plummer responds to fraud and sexual assault allegations. Zeus co-founder and CEO Linnell Plummer has responded to shocking allegations of fraud and even sexual assault. A recent video shared on social media by DeStorm Power. Power alleged that King Batch, Amanda Curry, and himself were the brains and power behind the network's early days. Still, after the network began to grow, Plummer locked them all out of the company, refusing to pay them their share and leaving them on the hook for millions of dollars. So let's see here, we can play this.
So I see Lemmy Plummer, or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him, is up on next.
Okay. So we're gonna play this whole thing. I have not seen the clip. Oh, here we go. Okay.
So I see Lemmy Plummer, or Lemon Pepper as y'all call him, is up on X spewing lies. But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it The Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne for connectedness. He never looked out for Lamorne. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it The Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne.
So it says here, he left out the part where he screwed me out of equity for setting up the intro. So that's Lamorne's reply to DeStorm.
For connectedness. He never looked out for Lamorne. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called the Cart Series. Wait, baby, don't do that. No. Had over 500 million views. It was nominated for an Emmy, 4 Streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work. I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Batch. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. Lemmy said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul. But Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now, at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board. We all became co-founders.
I met with DeStorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the 3 of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash. Then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
DeStorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody. And you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer, we went hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this nigga, you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man? When you looked at me and said Zeus?
There's a number on the screen. Ignore that. It doesn't work. But the link in my bio does. Click on that right now and join Zeus today.
Subscribe.
As president, my job was also to go out and find as many creators as possible so that we can have enough content to live on the platform when it launched. To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also agreed to put season 2 of Caught onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
Let's hear some power. Strike one. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free series on Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they would get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime. So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy called me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus. Then I put up $135,000 of my own money, paying for Bad Escorts, Caught Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But Lemmy said, I'm gonna pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable. Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid. We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media. We needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say,
yes, you can give it to her. I can see why I can do Zeus did stay true to what they originally told SAG, so I don't know how she can get it through a Zeus show. SAG is looking at Zeus with the side eye. Oh, wow.
Don't trust tweets, only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, there was a lot of bugs that needed fixing. Now, our original tech partner, Nick, warned Lemmy that there was going to be some bugs and problems on launch day. But Lemmy ain't listening for shit with his Napoleon.
He can't get everything he wants because he can't do this all by himself. So regardless, he needs to determine the level of compromise of what's fair. Lemmy should have dealt with me differently. He's stupid, so now he'll learn. It's that simple. I'm on it now. Relax, I'm on it. I only argue with my fellow African Americans like this. Oh, damn.
Napoleon complex, him and Nick used to get into it. So we throw this big ass launch party in LA. We had ice sculptures, DJs, red carpet, big screens. Amanda bit the bullet and did this big ass deal with Diageo for half her rate so we could have Ciroc as a sponsor. We was in it.
It came together. We're doing our pre-launch party, so coming out July 13th. I'm super stoked.
On launch day, all the creators who had a show on the platform promoted the hell out of Zeus, and over 45,000 people joined the platform that day. So now we on Easy Street until the next day we get a call from our tech partner, Nick, who said there was a glitch in the system.
To the best of the company's knowledge, on the day of the launch of the Zeus service, over 45,000 users obtained free access to the service for free. No reasonable explanation has been provided for this problem.
And everybody got into Zeus for free. We had to boot everybody out of Zeus and ask them to rejoin for the subscription price. And if you know anything about people, they ain't paying for shit after they got it for free.
Come on.
So the first round of Zeus was a wash. We had to scramble and come up with a plan for round 2 with no money. Then King Batch comes in clutch and saves the day and brings in our 5th partner, a silent investor named Ben Koo, who put up the funds we needed for round 2. On round 2, we changed up the plan and we used the funds from Ben Koo to make longer form content. Amanda secured Lil Tay, who was huge at the time. Bat secured B. Simone, who was huge at the time. I secured Quay, who was huge at the time. And Lemmy secured Michael Blackson. Those shows with TT being the flagship gave us enough subscribers and enough income to make it to the next season for even bigger shows. Now, Lemmy controlled all the money at Zeus. And at this point, myself, Batch, and Amanda were pushed out while Lemmy's taking these interviews acting like he did it all by himself.
But you did have partners. She did have partners. What happened to them niggas?
You tell me.
Man, I'll Google this thing.
So is DJ PDF Epidemics being intelligent for 0.000000001 second? Wow. for a guy who disrespected a 15-year-old Discord call, he somewhat has intelligence. Not.
No, I remember seeing them.
You tell me.
So you bought them out, right?
You tell me what happened to these guys.
No, King Bach. Yeah. So King Bach, Amanda Cerny. That's what I was like. That's when they were lit.
Yeah, like I said, I created Zeus. I ended up investing my own capital. They didn't put in any money. They didn't do anything.
He seized all his Zeus accounts, got himself all this heavy security, and started spewing lies.
I thought they would bring some value, bring some money to the table, and do their thing, and they did.
Let me tell you something. Anybody who needs that kind of security is either super famous or did a lot of people dirty.
Part of what makes this whole platform special is, yes, you guys are partners and owners with me in this. And what you bring to the table, like you said, is relationships. People would not do this if it wasn't because of you and King Batch and Amanda.
Now, when you have a successful company like Zeus, you do something called partner payouts. Lemmy pays himself, but Lemmy pays his partners. To be totally transparent, we had a falling out because a good friend of ours, who is now a successful Latin artist and used to be Lemmy's assistant, told us that he sexually assaulted her. Till this day, myself, Batch, and Amanda, we received K1 tax documents stating that we make millions of dollars from the Zeus network as partners. So we're paying taxes on money that we never received. So while Lemmy Plumber walks through Paris with 5 security guards and designer clothes and purchases, let me just read this, new home, RVs.
Lemmy done bought me a truck for my birthday.
The Zeus network bought you.
Zeus bought it.
Cybertrucks, cars, jewelry, and he's giving out bags to everybody who walks through Zeus's door. The partners who initially kept the lights on and made Zeus what it is today received nothing. Don't let the internet and Lemon Pepper fool you. We put them on. This guy's a fraud. I had a call a few years back with Lemmy and Jason Tober, who also works there and is too cowardly to say something because he was on the phone call. And Lemmy is like, you guys are fucking losers. I'm gonna drag this case until you all broke. Zeus is worth $1 billion. You can't beat the machine. You'll never beat Zeus. He's been dragging it. We spent over $1 million on lawyers already. Oh, they're not even part of the company. We have to sit up there and prove that he's on some bullshit. So we'll spend 3 months and a couple $100,000 just to prove that he's telling another fucking lie. We've been literally fighting this dude in court for 2 years, y'all. I found out that Zeus has multiple lawsuits that Lemmy done settled behind our backs. And when you hear all these women on TikTok or you hear Ray J going off and shit.
To all the women that's going through this with Lemmy and going through this with Zeus, we hear you and we gonna help you.
We're gonna stay in this room for 3 to 4 hours until you do what I tell you to do.
I don't with that.
Why not? Wait. You worked with him
he's
before?
like the black.
We hear you and we gonna help you.
So this was during the I think this was during the BET Awards, if I'm not mistaken. And Ray J is saying this: we got the market and stuff that you're trying to pull for your network, but all jokes aside, really have my own network to run. We got our own race. Consider this is my first and final response. Wish you the best. Still shot of Lemmy allegedly slapping one of the women at Zeus. Ray J calls Liddell Palmer the Black Jeffrey Epstein and says he has footage of him putting hands on women.
We're gonna stay in this room for 3 to 4 hours until you do what I tell you to do.
So that was an interview there with somebody giving secrets there.
That.
Why not? Wait. You worked with him
he's
before?
like the black Harvey Weinstein.
So while Lemmy flies on his private jets and throws out money to crowds off of a career full of lies, keep in mind that if he can do this to his partners, imagine what he would do to someone who is not. Anyway, y'all, this has been my TED Talk. I just wanted to explain to y'all the ownership of the Zeus network, and you're looking at the fucking president.
Woo! Child. A lot going down there. Wow. To this day, myself, Botch, and Amanda received K1 tax documents stating that we make millions of dollars from the Zeus network as an ad partner, so we're paying our taxes on money that we never received. Plummer allegedly snatched complete control of the platform, leaving it high and dry. Howard claimed Plummer was also involved in a sexual assault. Lawsuit is all based on bombshell report from a former assistant. Plummer issued the same but did not address the sexual assault claims. I will address the accusations made by D-Storm Power head on very soon, along with full receipts. However, let's be clear, the issue is being addressed in actual court, not in the court of public opinion. Zeus is still in litigation against DeStorm. I chose to take the professional route, remain silent about the legal process that's going for the past few years. To continue to judgment, I choose not to cast aspersions on others nor to comment on falsehoods on behalf of my team and the council of individuals who contribute to making Zeus the success it is today. I will continue to remain focused on the business. So basically, Linnell Plummer is the unscripted Carlos King. Moving on. I mean, what do you want me to do? Then we have Nintendo here. It is really fumbling outside today. Good Lord, I'm seeing the trees and everything. So for those of you who don't know, Nintendo Switch 2 launches in June with new Mario Kart World game, everybody. So they have announced June 5th as the launch day for its latest gaming console, the Switch 2, which will introduce interactive chat and screenshot functions to connect gamers. At the 60-minute Nintendo Direct presentation, the company revealed a more vibrant display of the Switch on the Switch 2, a larger screen. Several games will launch with the console. Central to its updated system is the new C button, its Joy-Con control, which will feature a new game chat feature, which requires a subscription to Nintendo Switch online service that allows you to communicate with family and friends while playing a game. Let you share your game screen for the players. That built-in microphone will also allow you to shout for the players. That seems like some Nintendo Wii energy. When you think of some of the biggest titles on Nintendo Switch, it's like Mario Kart, Super Mario Jamboree. Even though that's quite a new title, it has cracked the top 10 of most play games on the console, so it does make sense. So it does make a lot of sense. Rather that the headline feature is primarily geared toward those that sort of use. Towards that sort of use. So Hannah Carlton Barnes, the London-based video game industry expert for tech advice, perhaps the most contemporary function yet for the Switch 2 is the ability to use the Joy-Con controls like a computer mouse. The developer displayed multiple ways to use the function in games such as angling, a club, and a golf game, like the Wii Motion Plus. The new portable console features a 7.9 LED screen that displays 1080p. Nintendo also revealed a live stream that without the system will be able to support 4K resolution for compatible games. Wednesday presentation start off with an extended look at Mario Kart World, the console's launch bundle game, which adds a bit of flair to the series with in-game characters doing tail whips, flips, rail rides, and other tricks. Also, a new James Bond game Project 007 revisiting a classic Nintendo 64 console revered by many first-person power fans. The developer unveiled that. Nintendo also announced 2 more Switch exclusive and features marquee characters. Donkey Kong Bonanza, a 3D adventure with a big ape punching its way through a huge underground world, arriving July 17th. And Kirby Air Riders, a racing game from the directors for Smash Bros. Series is due later this year. Third-party exclusives are likely to create some buzz, include Komi Tanashi, Hyrule Wars, Age of Imprisonment, Hack to Slash prequel, Legend of Zelda, Tears of Blood Kingdom cover this winter. From Software's Dust Bloods, a baroque multiplayer tile from creators of Elden Ring, scheduled for 2026. Missing the GameCube, Switch Online subscribers will be able to access a limited selection of GameCube tiles such as Legend of Zelda, Wind Maker, and F0GX. It will be backwards compatible. The console will be able to play physical or digital Switch games, but users will need to purchase a micro SD express memory card for the Switch 2. Presentation revealed that normal SD cards will not be compatible with the system. However, data from the original Switch can be transferred to the new console using a transfer feature. It will launch for $449 at launch, which is significantly higher than the original $299 price tag of the original Switch, and a bundle that includes the new Mario Kart World game for $499, $500, and of course there will be this in cities for Los Angeles, London, Paris, New York, and also San Francisco. So there you go with that, everybody. My lord, my lord, my lord. All right, y'all, we're gonna try to roll through these if we can. By the way, Wicked for Good poster, the first Wicked for Good poster spot at CinemaCon right here. The second installment is in John M. Chu's big screen adaptation of the award-winning Broadway musical is slated to arrive in theaters in November. And the poster, the 2 witches from Oz, Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba and Ariana Grande's Glinda, also known as Belinda, stand on top of their own cliff edge, the Yellow Brick Road, in the Wizard's Palace in Oz. The setting for part 1's grand finale of High Gravity separates them in the middle. And the poster's tagline, "You will be changed." So there it is there. Will be coming out November 21st. It looks so good. I am so excited. And then finally, everybody, this is big right here. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. As it loads for me here. Come on. Work with me, not against me. Please and thank you. For those of you who have been wondering about Epic Universe, they are launching a tour in select cities this spring so you can experience the portal ahead of the highly anticipated opening of its 4th theme park. Universal Epic Universe Land Resort will launch the National Epic Universe Portal Tour across select cities this spring to give fans a glimpse of the exciting adventures that await in the immersive new park. This tour will include stops in Atlanta, New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago that will bring a one-of-a-kind epic experience directly to fans. The centerpiece will be a tour. The centerpiece of the tour will be a gigantic 30-foot-tall Chronos, a replica of the icon of Epic Universe, the gateway that guests will enter to experience the theme park's 5 incredibly immersive worlds: Celestial Park, Wizard World, Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Albuquerque, and Dark Universe. As the tour makes its way through iconic locations in the city, guests will be invited to approach the mesmerizing portal structure to witness action-packed sequences that celebrate the incredible adventures of the new theme park. Attendees will also get the chance to take their photo beside the portal and can visit the structure at night for an awe-inspiring, spectacular light show with dynamic light and encompassing music. Theme park enthusiasts visiting the portal will also have the chance to enter sweepstakes to Universal Land Resort to experience Universal Epic Universe for itself. So it will be open on these dates from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. April 11th to the 13th, Atlanta, Georgia, Pemberton Place, adjacent to the World Coca-Cola. April 23rd through the 26th, New York, Rockefeller Center. Of course, NBC Universal, of course. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Rocky Steps, May 16th through the 18th, and June 13th through the 18th. So this is the artist rendering of it, and I have a video showcasing it. Y'all ready? Here we go. Roll it. Hang on, I'm gonna do that again because y'all didn't see it fully because the comment, my comment blocked it. Yeah, you will be able to experience the Chronos in real life, y'all. I'm going to end the show because, y'all, this was such a good show. I want this to be shorted, so the only way I can do that is to make it do what it do. So with that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. I know that's the primetime outro, but I'm too excited about this. So I'm going to clip this so that way you guys can replay it through shorts. And I will see you all tonight at 6 p.m. One love, much love, all love. Feel the love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.